and that's always good to have on a basketball team.
We're about 5 minutes away from tipping it off here tonight at the Cab Building here in Princeton. Bob, I did a game with Eric the other night. Caldwell County's girls hustle. They play hard. They're a very young team. It's almost, we made some comparisons to UK. This team has one senior, one junior, the rest filled out with freshmen and sophomores. But we got to talk to Coach Thomas after the game. She says she's having a ball with this team. They come into the gym ready to learn. They try to do the things that they're taught, and the effort was there no matter what the score was. And
as a result of that loss, they played well that night. That carried over into the Crittenden County game, Dennis. So these girls are getting a little bit of taste of victory in their mouth, and that could be something crucial for a young basketball team. And as I say, we have 3 or 4 kids that will not pass up a shot if they have an open look at the basket. So the season looks good from after we got started, being down 0-2. Now we've battled back to 2-2 and have a chance to see really what we've accomplished so far this year against a team that is definitely beatable.
Yeah, the Livingston Central right now is statistically the second-ranked team in the second region, right behind Christian County, with a 4-3 mark. Henderson County, I got to looking and I thought maybe they had left Henderson County out. I scanned down through the regional standings. Henderson County is 0-4 this season right now, but they've lost to 2 teams in Kentucky, Apollo and Bullitt East, and then they've lost to Castle out of Indiana, and then Innsworth, a school out of Nashville. And the Bullitt East team apparently is pretty good. They gave Christian County their only loss of the season. Christian County at the top of the second region ratings at 5-1 on the season. I got a chance to watch them with Coach Jacobs here a few nights ago, and Christian County is by far the best girls team that I've seen in a while come through. Just surprised a little bit that Henderson is as low as they are this year starting out.
Well, it's odd to have them at 0-4, but obviously the better team you are, the more you go out and schedule tougher opponents, and they may be down a little bit this year. Usually they have a big 6'1", 6'2" girl in the center position, maybe a 6'1" girl on the wing, and a guard that can dazzle you with her ball handling ability. One of those, or maybe 2 of those 3, may be missing this year.
As far as getting back to Caldwell County, you said this is a winnable game for the Lady Tigers. It's going to be a game they're going to have to hustle, but looking down that schedule and looking at this roster, this team doesn't have the talent except for maybe against a Fort Campbell, who's having just a tough situation over there on base in the girls program this year. But Caldwell County is going to have to battle every game. They're going to have to limit the turnovers. They're going to have to rebound well. They're going to have to take the open shots and do the fundamental things to win the 50-50 games this year.
Exactly, and that's why I like to what we've seen so far, especially, the Lyon County game was winnable. We just didn't show up in the 4th quarter of that game, and I think we've gotten past that hurdle. We only scored 2 points and lose by 3 in that game, and but at the same time, we are improving with this offensive threat that we have brought to the table this year.
And Bob, one thing, this is the 3rd week of the season. The freshmen, the sophomores, the ones that didn't play maybe a lot last year, started getting their feet wet a little bit. They've got in some action. The nerves are maybe gone. They're not as nervous coming in to start this game against Livingston Central. So you look for that level to just increase week after week as long as they keep doing the things that Coach Thomas and her coaching staff show them in the gym all through the week at practice, and take that to the court on a Monday night or a Friday night.
It's always good to hear a coach say about their team. I know I heard Coach Barnes say that week in and week out this year in football. You just enjoy coming to practice because you've got a group of young men, in this case young women, that will listen to you and try to get better. And that's all you can ask out of your squad.
And we are under 1 minute away from tip-off. We'll have the national anthem here in a little bit along with the starting lineups for tonight's game as the Lady Tigers take on the Lady Cardinals here at the Cab Building. And will they have the national anthem right now?
Usually that's what has been
before
in the past.
Starting
they
lineups.
Put the balls down, the girls line up, and then we have the national anthem.
All right, I'll tell you what, we'll take a 2-minute break and be back for the starting lineup. So come back with us in 2 minutes. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on WPKY.
Trade. At Tri-Keys Incorporated, we know the dollar is tight, but there's never been a better time to buy a new vehicle. With fantastic rebates, low rates, awesome trade allowance, and 7 American car lines to choose from, Tri-Keys Incorporated is sure to fit you with the perfect vehicle at a price that's pleasing. And as always, if we don't have what you want on our lot, we'll find it for you. Don't go out of town for a good deal. Stay in town for a great deal. Tri-Keys Incorporated, where your trade is worth more.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Dealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Planters Bank, located at 208 North Jefferson Street, is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hello, my name is Charlotte Cummings, and I'm a certified enrollment specialist at Community Medical. Open enrollment is here and running through December 15th. Are you unsure of what is available to you? Overwhelmed by the process? Finding the right plan can be very difficult, but I am here to help. Please give me, Charlotte Cummings, a call at 270-365-0227. I can help guide you through step-by-step, making speed is the best possible plan and opportunity. Remember, the silent window is short to you, so call now. Community Medical Clinic partnering with you for all your health care.
Great news. Any size ice cold and refreshing soft drinks are still just $1 at McDonald's every day.
And we're back here at the Cab Building. Starting lineups being introduced for tonight's game. A little trouble with the national anthem with the sound system tonight. So, Bob, they went straight to the starting lineups tonight. Starting for Caldwell County, it looks like Peyton Young in there along with Lucy Goffinette, Bella McConnell.
And Jada Boyd and J.C. Jaggers.
J.C. Jaggers on the far side. Bella McConnell will jump center for the Lady Tigers as we're set to get this one underway at the Cab. Ball up, tip controlled, tipped by Livingston Central, out of bounds though, and it'll go to the Lady Tigers with the first possession. Young will take it out of bounds right in front of the scoring table. She'll get it into number 21, Jada Boyd. Jada playing the point. Livingston Central starts out in a 3-2 zone. They get it inside to McConnell, back out to Young. Young for the three, off the mark. Rebound though by Jaggers. Nice position by Jaggers, up and in. And the Lady Tigers quickly up 2-0. Caldwell County is going to come out with a 2-2-1 zone press. Livingston Central gets it down, double teamed on the right wing, stolen by Goffinette. Gets it over to Boyd. Boyd down the middle of the lane, crossover dribble, shot up, no good. Rebound to Jaggers again, shot up, no good. And rebound down to Livingston Central. We'll go the other way, just underway here at the Cab, 2-0 Caldwell County. Lady Tigers playing man-to-man on this possession. Livingston with the ball in the corner. They work it back out front. Number 12, Stafford, gets it over to the wing. Deflected away. A nice play by Goffinette. Peyton Young comes up with a steal, pulls up back over to Goffinette. Goffinette looked at it, puts it over to Jaggers for three. No good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be off Livingston Central. It'll be Lady Tiger ball underneath their own basket. Bob, good pressure so far by the Lady Tigers.
Exactly. Livingston Central with 2 turnovers thus far.
Runner in the lane by Boyd, no good. Rebound to Livingston Central. That's number 4, Tabby Payton. Look for her to put the ball up a lot for Livingston Central. Payton drives the lane, blocked by McConnell. Picked up by Jaggers, but Jaggers couldn't get the ball down before the steps took place, so it's a turnover, Caldwell County, with the walk on Jaggers, but a good block by McConnell. Livingston Central will take the ball out of bounds, far court. We get the ball into Stafford. Stafford looks over man-to-man. Jada Boyd on her. Passed over to number 5, Ring. They work it back to number 40, Tolley. Tolley with the shot up, no good. And nice rebound underneath by McConnell, but she's going to get called for the walk. A lot of traffic in there. She got bumped around a little bit, unable to keep her feet. It's going to be Livingston Central ball underneath their own basket. 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Caldwell County leads this one 2-0. Quick inbound shot up, air ball no good, but rebounded by Livingston Central. Shot up, blocked by Peyton Young. Goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Livingston Central. So good defense tonight. Impressive by the Lady Tigers here in the first couple of minutes of the ball game.
Very active on defense. Very active.
Livingston gets it in to Ring. Ring tries to work it inside, stolen away by McConnell. She picks it up to Boyd. Boyd looks down the court, comes up the right side. Now she'll take it top of the key, puts it off to Young. And Peyton's going to get called for the walk. 3 walking turnovers here in the first couple of minutes against the Lady Tigers. Caldwell County is going to set up the full court press. It's going to be a 2-2-1 zone trap. Goffinet and Boyd up front for the Tigers. Livingston Central works it to the sideline. They pull it back up, work it back to the middle. Now they come across the timeline, double teamed. Deflected by Boyd. Boyd's got the steal. She goes in, uncontested layup, up and in. Jada Boyd for 2 on the steal, and 4-0 Lady Tigers with 5:55 left in the first quarter. Livingston Central wants to take a timeout and settle this one down, so we'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on WPKY.
Lab offers diagnosis for a variety of sleep problems, including sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans have significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. A few symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headaches, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat them before they cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
And welcome back here to the Cab. We're 5 minutes 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Livingston will inbound the ball, and to take us rest of the first quarter, Tiger Sportscaster Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Caldwell County brings the pressure, deflected by Goffinet on the inbounds pass. She put the shot up, no good. Livingston Central with the rebound. They look up the court, get it across, walk, no call. Another walk, no call, and stolen away by Bella McConnell. Gets it up to Boyd. Boyd finds Jaggers. Jaggers with the left-handed layup, good. 6-0 Caldwell County with 5.5 left in the first quarter.
Livingston Central with 6 turnovers already in this game, just having a hard time with the Caldwell County defense.
Number 40, Tolley with the ball. She's guarded by Young. Young's going to get called for the foul. She was going for the steal, had a hand on the ball, but chased it around the body of Tolley just a little too far. Got her on the arm. It'll be the first foul of the game against the Lady Tigers, first on Young. Central's Kara Davidson into the ball game now. She'll inbounds it. She gets it over to number 12, Stafford. Stafford over to number 34, Dudley. Back to Stafford. She drives the lane on Boyd, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound to Livingston. I think Peyton's going to get called for her second quick one. Number 4, Tabby Payton had the rebound, went up for the shot. Young got her on the arm going up, so 2 quick ones on Peyton Young. Free throw off the front of the rim, no good by Payton. And checking into the ball game is number 23, Kelsey Ford, the lone senior for the Lady Tigers. She'll take the spot of Peyton Young. Payton with her second free throw attempt, up off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound by McConnell. She gets it out to Boyd. Boyd brings it top of the key. Meets that 2-3 zone. They'll back it into a 2-1-2 at times. Back over to Boyd. Shot from the elbow, no good. Rebound to the Lady Cardinals. Stafford's going to bring it up the court. She's met there at the top of the key by Boyd. Now to the corner. And Livingston Central switches courts, shot up, no good. McConnell underneath against two players, gets the rebound, tries to pass it to Boyd off the leg of Livingston Central. It'll stay Lady Tiger ball. Good suffocating defense by the Lady Tigers so far in this first quarter. 6-0 Caldwell County.
And we've had several shots go up, Dennis. Only 3 of them have gone in so far, but I like the way that we're getting shots on the board.
Central's going to stay in that 2-1-2 zone. Caldwell County works it around. Boyd over to Jaggers. Jaggers lets it fly from 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound by Boyd. Brought it down low. It's going to be knocked away, but off of number 34, Peyton Dudley. It'll stay Caldwell County ball underneath their own basket. Jaggers will inbound for the Lady Tigers. Gets it over to Boyd. Back to Jaggers. And it's going to go against Caldwell County. They're going to call a foul. Let's see, who did that go against, Bob? Did you?
20, I get it's on Kelsey Ford.
Kelsey Ford with the foul. So the turnover gives it to Livingston Central. Carson Parker into the ball game for Caldwell County. Caldwell County is going to bring full court defense. Livingston breaks it up the left side. Now they're trapped out near the timeline. Get the pass off. Dump it down to the corner. It's going to be up. No good on the shot, but the foul is going to be called. May have been Parker in that area. 31 Jaggers, I think.
And JC has just picked up her first foul.
So Livingston Central goes to the line. First one up and good. Trying to pick the number up, Bob. Is that 21 Davidson, I think is who that is.
I believe it is 21. All I can see is the 2.
Davidson with her second shot. This one up and also good. 6-2 now, Caldwell County. Good form on those free throws by Davidson. Nothing but net on both of them. So that's one player you really don't want to send to the line late.
She looks like she knows what she's doing.
Ball kicked by the Lady Cardinals. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay Caldwell County ball. Kelsey Ford for the inbound. She gets it out to Boyd. Livingston staying in that zone. They get it over to Jaggers. Left side, back out top front to Boyd. Boyd over to Ford, back to Boyd, top of the key. Over to Ford. Ball kicked again by Livingston Central. And Caldwell County will take it out on the side once more, or underneath this time. Jaggers will inbound. Caldwell County sets up the box, puts it out to Ford in the corner. She gets it back out to Jada Boyd on the right wing. Boyd looks over the zone. She had Bella McConnell popping up to the free throw line. Bella pops back down. Over to Jaggers left side, back out to Boyd. Get it inside to McConnell. McConnell up with the shot, no good. Nice rebound by Caldwell up and no good. Parker had the shot, missed it. Livingston Central with the rebound. And Carson may have got a little aggressive on the battle for the ball. I think the foul's going to go against Carson Parker, and it is. It's her first. 5 team fouls now on the Lady Tigers, 0 on Livingston Central.
Again, Caldwell County in their zone, full court zone press.
They get it over to number 4, Payton. Payton drops it back to Stafford. Stafford goes to the right wing, shot up by number 5. That's Lauren Ring, and good from about 12 feet out. So after being out 6-0, Caldwell County now just a 2-point edge at 6-4. Lady Tigers put it down in the corner. Jaggers takes it back out front to Boyd. Livingston really packing that zone about free throw line high. Steal by the Lady Cardinals. And they'll bring it the other way. They dump it underneath the number 34, Dudley. Dudley tried to go back to Payton. And there's going to be a foul called on Caldwell County. And let's see who that one goes against.
I think maybe Carson.
That's 2 on Carson Parker. So Caldwell County in a little bit of early foul trouble with Peyton Young and Carson Parker, both with 2, and just about 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Ball inbounds, shot up by Livingston, no good. Nice rebound by Kelsey Ford. She's going to bring it herself, coming down the middle of the lane, dumps it off to Boyd. Nice pass, up and off the rim, rolled around, no good. Livingston Central with the rebound. They'll bring it back up, and it's number 5, Ring, who made that last shot for Livingston Central. Lady Cardinals working around. Just inside the three-point line, shot by Ring, no good. Another rebound for Kelsey Ford. Kelsey's going to bring it down the right side this time. Pulls up at the three-point line, over to Boyd. Boyd with the shot from the top of the key, no good. Rebound by Livingston Central, and she walked with it. I thought for a second, Bob, they weren't going to call that. She kind of did a little pirouette, if you will, right under the goal.
That's something you see in the Nutcracker Suite.
Right. Yeah, working all the Christmas stuff in here. Too bad they don't play football this time of year. We'll get back in the groove here in a minute. We're kind of reunited like Peaches and Herb tonight. Shot comes back into Ford. Ford up from the free throw line. No good. Nice rebound by Jaggers. Jaggers is going to get it back out to Jada Boyd. Boyd's going to look over that zone. 2-3 zone by Livingston Central. They'll bring the middle person out on that back line where it looks 2-1-2 at times. Caldwell County works it into McConnell. McConnell, nice move, shot up and good. Bella McConnell from the lane for 2, 8-4. Caldwell County with 1:27 left in the first quarter. Livingston breaks the pressure defense. They put the shot up from the free throw line, good. That's number 12, Haley Stafford with the bucket. And 8-6 now, Caldwell County. Jada Boyd on the point, brings it up top of the key. Gets it over to Ford. Ford dumps it down to Goffinette. Goffinette with the shot up and no good. Lady Cardinals with the rebound. They come back quickly the other way, drive the lane. Caldwell County's got to stop that ball a little bit farther out than that. That's Livingston Central drives the lane. Nice play by McConnell. That was Stafford driving the baseline. Put the shot up. Then the foul's going to be called on Bella McConnell. 7 team fouls here in the first quarter for Caldwell County. That one in the act of shooting, so 2 shots now for Haley Stafford. First shot up and barely grazes the front of the rim, no good. Into the ball game, Maja Hollowell for Caldwell County as McConnell will come out of the ball game. Bob, with a relatively short bench for Caldwell County, foul trouble is the last thing you want to see this early in the ball game. Second shot up, no good. Lucy Goffinette with the rebound. She gets it up to Boyd. Boyd quickly the other way, drives the lane, puts up the nice one-handed layup shot, no good off the back of the rim. But the foul is going to be on Livingston Central with the push underneath, their first foul of the ball game. So Caldwell County will take it out underneath their own basket. 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Long pass out to midcourt for Boyd. Boyd over to Jaggers. Jaggers back out to Boyd, top of the key, over to Jaggers. Jaggers with the 3, off the back of the rim, no good. Nice position by number 34, Dudley, for Livingston Central, and they'll bring it the other way. Number 5, that is Ring, puts it over to Stafford. Back out to Ring, they look underneath to Payton, intercepted by Ford. Ford with a nice spin move, brings it up the court herself, dumps it off to Jaggers. Jaggers couldn't handle the pass before it went out of bounds, and the turnover gives it over to Livingston Central. Three-pointer up and off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound up and no good. So after 1 quarter of play, it's Caldwell County 8 and Livingston Central 6. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on WPKY.
Mobile Deposit is here. This is Mona Van Hooser with First Southern National Bank, and our new mobile app is loaded with extra features, including mobile deposit. Now you can use your smartphone's camera to deposit checks on the go. Just endorse, point, click, and send. Download our new mobile app and try it today. First Southern National Bank, member FDIC.
Here's a reminder from the people of Penny Riley Electric. Before you connect any more holiday lights and decorations, Take a good look at all of the wiring in the extension cords to make sure they're in good shape. Use electrical wiring in the extension cords of the proper kind. Make sure they are not cracked or frayed. If you have any doubts about the connections, do not use them. Throw them away and get new connections. A few simple safety reminders for a happy holiday season from folks at Penny Ryle Electric. Penny Ryle Electric. No effect film.
And welcome back to the cab. The beginning of the second quarter. Livingston Central to inbound it, and for the second quarter call, Tiger sportscaster Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Livingston puts it in play, side court. Jada Boyd on the coverage. Livingston works it left wing. Bella McConnell went for the steal, didn't get it. Now Livingston Central top of the key. They'll drive it to the right side, bring it back out top of the key to Stafford. Stafford's going to try to drive against Boyd, dumps it off to Dudley. Dudley now left wing. Ball deflected. She tried to get it back to Stafford, picked off by Jada Boyd. Jada 1-on-2 goes up, and Jada kind of got bailed out on that one. The foul called against Livingston Central, but that's 1-on-2. Jada tried to take it to the rim, maybe against the odds a little bit. Came out in her favor. She'll go to the free throw line, though.
She was out of control as she was trying to get that ball corralled to go up for the layup, and she did get bailed out.
First free throw up and good for Jada Boyd. 9-6 Caldwell County. Boyd toes the line for her second attempt. This one up and also good. So 10-6 now, Lady Tigers. They bring the full court press after the make, man to man. Lucy Goffinet on the point. She's going up against Payton. Payton dribbles, it's deflected by Boyd again. Boyd does come up with the steal again. Now she takes her time, puts a left-handed layup up and in.
Tiger defense is creating turnovers right and left here.
4 quick points this quarter by Boyd. Pushes that lead back out to 6 at 12-6. Payton inside, gets the inside position. Little semi-hook shot up in the lane, good for Tabby Payton. And Livingston comes back down 2-1-2. Caldwell works it into McConnell, and Bella's going to get called for steps as she tried to make the move to the right side.
And for Livingston, Dennis, Payton is probably, this could be her 5th year of playing basketball. She's been here a long time.
Tabby Payton, big in the game the other night against Lyon County for Livingston Central. Stafford brings it up near side. She'll put it over to Ring. Ring gets it down to Dudley. Almost another steal by Caldwell County as Ford got a hand on it. This one is picked off Maja Hollowell. She's going to take it to the left-handed side of the lane, puts a shot up and in. Good play, first points by number 14, Hollowell. And what's this one? It's going to be called a quick foul against Caldwell County on the inbounds. I didn't even see the ball come in yet.
They got Lucy Goffinet for something.
Had to be very little because it was just a touch, but it's going to be called against Lucy Goffinet. So 1-1 for Livingston Central. First shot up off the front of the rim by Payton. No good. Caldwell County with the rebound. Jaggers puts it over to Boyd. Boyd drives the lane. Shut off at the free throw line. She'll pull it back out. Try to get it into McConnell. McConnell battling inside. Puts the shot up. No good, but she'll go to the free throw line. Or they're going to say this one was on the floor, not while she was shooting. So Lady Tigers inbound underneath their own basket. They get it inside to Jaggers. And Jaggers is going to be fouled on the play. Caldwell County with 18 fouls in the first quarter. Livingston Central just now with 4 in the first half, excuse me. They get the ball into Boyd. Boyd drives the lane, puts a little runner up and in. Jada Boyd having a big night and a big quarter for Caldwell County. Ball back out to Dudley. Dudley from the free throw line. Low shot, no good. Rebound by the Lady Cardinals. Tapped away by Boyd. Ball still loose on the floor. Goes out of bounds. And it's going to go Lady Tiger way.
12 turnovers so far for Livingston Central.
Caldwell County had a little trouble cashing in that first quarter. Some shots, some open layups, but just too hard off the backboard. This quarter, they have done much better, especially Jada Boyd, as they've opened up an 8-point lead and the ball. They get it over to Hollowell in the corner. She gets double teamed. taken away, now taken right back by Caldwell County, but on the takeaway back, Caldwell County comes up with the foul. And Livingston Central will come to the other end for a 1-and-1 as Kelsey Ford sets to check back into the ball game for the Lady Tigers. And Jada Boyd will get a well-deserved break.
Jada with her first foul, just leaving the game to get some rest.
Stafford at the line for Livingston, up and in. Bob, I think that's 3 for her, and I don't know if she's touched the net or touched the rim at all on these, just net. This one up off the front of the rim, rolls in, shooter's roll for Stafford as the lead is down to 6, 16-10. Lady Tigers with 5.5 left in the first half. Jaggers takes over the point in the absence of Boyd. She gets it inside to McConnell. McConnell turns, puts it up off the board and in. Nice shot by Bella McConnell, 18-10 Lady Tigers. Livingston works the ball in, a lot of contact, no call, it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay Lady Cardinal ball. Bob, I got to see the Lady Tigers against Christian County. Bella McConnell does a great job when she gets that ball inside. She's not hesitant to turn, see which way she's got some leverage, and put the ball up very quickly.
Once she turns and has that really split second of decision making, she knows what to do when that split second is over with, and she's got a great shot inside. She used the backboard on that shot, but she's strong. Nobody's going to take the ball away from her. And with 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the second quarter, the Lady Tigers have 5 people in the scoring column so far, Dennis. So that's the what we were seeing in Marion the other night. A lot of people can score on this team, and that's what we're seeing.
I think the plus is you mentioned how many turnovers Caldwell County's forced Livingston Central into. That's the biggest plus so far of the night for Caldwell County. But on the flip side, something they've got to be a little bit careful of the rest of this first half is fouls. Caldwell County already with 9 team fouls and 2 each on Peyton Young
and Carson Parker.
Yeah, Carson picked up a couple of quick ones. So got to be a little bit careful with those two. I'm not sure if either one of those 2 players will see any action the rest of this first half, especially as long as Caldwell can hold that 10-point lead margin.
The other thing that I think is real interesting, I think Livingston Central is a veteran team. I know Peyton's been around 5 years, Ring as well. So Lady Tigers holding up really well.
Bad inbounds throw by Livingston Central. Bounces in once, goes right back out of bounds on the side. So turnover gives it to the Lady Tigers.
Turnover number 13.
Jaggers puts it into Boyd. Boyd back in the ball game. 1-2-2 zone for Livingston Central. They'll drop back down into a 2-3. And this one deflected out of bounds. One thing they've changed with that zone, Bob, they've started to come out a little bit higher. Jada Boyd picking it apart from the top of the key while they had that zone down at the free throw line. Now they've come out to about the 3-point line, bringing that zone a little bit higher. So Jada's going to have to back up and make sure the passes have the right angle. Inbounds play goes right inside to McConnell. Nice position by Bella McConnell, up and in.
And that's
she got
what
great
happens.
Position.
And that's what happens when you open the floor up. You get better passing lanes.
So McConnell with nice position goes up, puts the bucket in. 10-point lead now, biggest of the night for Caldwell County at 20-10. Livingston has it over to Ring. Ring gets it back out to Stafford. Stafford tries to drive on Boyd. She's cut off, gets it out to Dudley. Dudley stopped there by McConnell. Nice defense by McConnell. Gets it to Stafford. Stafford finds an open lane, puts up the left-handed shot, and his tip is no good. Tipped right to Kelsey Ford, but she was standing on the baseline when she got the rebound, so the turnover gives it back to Livingston Central. Lady Cardinals traveled on it. They, or at least drug the pivot foot a lot. Rebound by Lucy Goffinette. She's pushed in the back on the rebound, so the foul is going to go against Livingston Central. Just their 5th foul of the half, so Caldwell County not in the bonus yet. Caldwell County sitting on 9, so Livingston Central will have 2 shots the rest of the half with 4:14 left in the first half, and the Lady Tigers with a 20-10 lead. Deflection by Livingston Central. We talked about how they're coming out a little bit higher, Bob. They got the deflection on the pass from Boyd. She was looking for Ford in the corner. Zones out a little bit higher, so the angle is going to be a little bit wider now. She does get it to Ford. Ford with the shot, no good, goes over the board. And it's going to be a jump ball on the rebound. Possession arrow is going to keep it with the Lady Tigers.
Also allows to get better rebounding position when it's not so crowded inside, Dennis. So.
Yeah, a little confusion on who was going to take the ball out. You're right, Bob. There's a little space in that zone since they're going to bring it all the way out to the three-point line. So it should open things up for Bella McConnell. Three-point try again for Ford. This one up and in. Jaggers, excuse me. Jaggers with the three. And it's 23-10, Lady Tigers, as they start to open this one up a little bit. Caldwell County stays man-to-man. Central works it around the top of the key. Drive in the lane, up and in. That's Lauren Ring with the shot. She found a seam, took it up the left-hand side, and put that one in. 23-12, Lady Tigers. Ford back out to Boyd. Boyd with another runner in the lane, no good. Rebound by Goffinette. Goffinette puts it out to Jaggers. Jaggers wanted to get Boyd. This was going to be a turnover against Caldwell County, over and back. She thought Boyd was going to zig when she zagged. The ball went into the backcourt. It's going to be turnover against Caldwell County. Kelsey Ford's going to come out of the ball game with some very good minutes, Bob.
Outstanding play.
Lob in on the inbounds play to Livingston, no good. They get their own rebound. Now Stafford with the shot, air ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be Lady Tiger ball. 3:03 left in the first half, and the Lady Tigers will bring it up court with an 11-point lead. Livingston coming out with the, looks like a 1-2-2. I don't think their back line knows exactly what defense they're in. That'll go 3-2. Caldwell County's going to work it around. Boyd had it down to Parker. Parker back in the ball game. Get it into McConnell. McConnell turns, puts it up. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Livingston. Stolen away by Bella McConnell off the front rim. Gets her own rebound up. No good. Gets her own rebound again. Puts it up. And no good. But great hustle by Bella McConnell.
3 rebounds on that one trip down the floor. Just wanted it more than Livingston Central.
They call the foul on the floor, so Caldwell County inbounds it. Jaggers with the 14-footer, no good. Rebounded by Central. Central with the run out. Hustling back is McConnell. And Bob, that kid is everywhere on the court. It's 110% every time she steps across the white line. She was able to make up about 10 feet of ground, comes in and back taps it away from Livingston Central on a wide open layup. So it'll go out of bounds off Bella, and Livingston will inbound. They get the ball to Stafford in the corner. She'll bring it out top of the key over to Ring. Ring gets it over to Tolley. Back out to Stafford to Dudley on the left side. She puts a quick shot up over McConnell, no good. Nice rebound by Carson Parker. And she finds Jada Boyd. Jada comes the other way quickly down the lane. Bounce pass over to McConnell, off the board and in. Bella McConnell with a nice little 8-footer. And Caldwell County out 25-12 with 2 minutes left in the first half. Lady Tigers stay in that man-to-man defense. Stafford tries to drive on Boyd, puts a shot up, no good, gets her own rebound, throws it up, and there's going to be a foul called on this one as Stafford hits the ground. That was going to be on McConnell, I think. That's her second. It is her second, so I'm sure she'll come out for the last minute 49 of this half. Set to check in Kelsey Ford. Stafford with the shot up and good.
Nothing but net, Dennis.
And McConnell's going to stay in the ball game as Lucy Goffinette comes out. Morgan McDaniel set to check in. This one off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes out to Jaggers. Jaggers takes it to the left wing, pulls up, gets over to Boyd. Boyd with the one-handed runner. This one's going to be partially blocked, but I think she got hit on the arm along with the block, so she'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And see if she can tack onto this lead for Caldwell County. Boyd at the line. First one up, gets the good roll and in. 26-13 now as Caldwell County doubles up Livingston Central with 1:41 to go, and Boyd getting set for her second shot. McConnell out and McDaniels into the ball game. Jada Boyd up, and this one nothing but net for Boyd. 27-13 Lady Tigers. They pull the full court pressure back. They'll pick up at the stripe from the volleyball court. Livingston with a tough pass picked up by Payton. Payton up and in the lane. Caldwell County almost had the steal. Payton came up with it, able to turn, go in for the little 12-footer off the backboard in. 27-15 now Lady Tigers. Boyd's going to use the pick and roll. Goes down the lane. One-handed runner, no good. Ford battles for the rebound, but has it on the baseline, and it'll go to Livingston Central. Carson Parker comes out as Goffinette back into the ball game. Ticking down close to 1 minute to go in the half. Payton back over to Stafford. Stafford against Goffinette. Dumps it over on the corner. Shot no good. Nice rebound by Jaggers. Jaggers finds Boyd. She's got Ford up in front of everybody. Nice pass to Ford up and in. Good job by Ford to hold her hand up, let Boyd know that she was open. And a nice pass by Boyd that covered about 12 feet. Livingston works it around top of the key. They try to go down low. Two Tigers around Tabby Payton knock it out of bounds. It'll be Lady Cardinal throw in almost in the corner in front of the Lady Tiger bench. They get it into Stafford. Stafford works it over to Dudley. Dudley back around to Tolley. Back to Dudley. Dudley wanted the shot. McDaniels came up, put a hand in her face. She came back down with it without shooting. Turnover, Livingston Central. And, Bob, they got to be well up around 15, 16 turnovers at this point.
They're 14 right now.
14. Good defense by the Lady Tigers here in this first half. Started at the opening tip and has not let up. Caldwell County will probably hold for the last shot. 12 seconds to go in the half. Boyd dribbles around, gets to the free throw line. Puts it over to Ford. Ford out to Goffinette. Goffinette tries to drive the right side. Shot up and no good. Nice rebound by Jaggers. Puts a shot up at the buzzer. No good. So at the half, it's Caldwell County with a good lead. 29-15 over Livingston Central. We'll be back with all the first half stats and a look ahead to the second half. We'll be back in 3 minutes, so come on back with us. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on WPKY.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
This is Brad Harrelson, a financial advisor with Encompass Wealth Management. I have been partnered with the Woodall Insurance Agency for the past 13 years. In just the same way the Woodall Agency has worked hard to be your local insurance agent, I want to be the person you think of for your financial advice. So give me a call at 365-5541 or stop by our office in Prince to discuss your financial future. You'll be glad you did.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders here with another important holiday message from KFC. This year, don't waste your holiday vacation cooking dinner. Instead, waste it watching TV or catching up on sleep. And let me prepare a home-style meal for the family with a KFC $20 fill-up. That's 8 pieces of delicious original recipe chicken, 2 large mashed potatoes and gravy, a large coleslaw, and 4 biscuits. Just $20. All right, get along now. That TV isn't going to watch itself. KFC, finger looking good. Available for a limited time only. Pricing and participation may vary. Tax extra.
This time of year, your to-do list is a mile long. Decorating, shopping, wrapping gifts, making cookies. The last thing you need is for your youth to go out. But if it does, don't panic. Just call McGregor Group Heating and Air. We provide fast and friendly service, and we'll have you back in the Christmas spirit in no time. Call McGregor Group today at 270-896-5044 or come see us at 960 Varmint Trace Road here in Princeton. Merry Christmas from our families to yours.
Have you been a victim of debit or credit card fraud? Farmers Bank and Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of.
As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the Law Office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
And welcome back to the Cab. Caldwell County with the lead at halftime over Livingston Central, 29-15. Smothering defense for the Lady Tigers from that opening tip. And, Bob, you have all the first half stats, but I think the big thing so far for the Lady Tigers is the turnovers they forced Livingston Central into in that first half.
Our Lady Tigers have been really active, not only on the defensive end of the floor, as we've seen by the number of turnovers they've have created for Livingston Central, but on the offensive end, when we've gotten up several shots tonight and now lead here at halftime 29-15. Caldwell County outscored Livingston Central 8-6 in the first quarter, outscored them 21-9 in the second quarter to, in my mind, take somewhat control of this basketball game, because it doesn't look like Livingston has any secrets or any answers to what the Lady Tigers are doing. For the Lady Tigers, they're led tonight here in the first half by Jada Boyd. Jada with 3 two-point field goals, 4 out of 4 at the free throw line for her 10 points, 8 points for Bella McConnell on 4 two-point field goals. Yeoman work inside when she got the ball under the basket. She just would not be stopped. Has 4 baskets, 8 points, 2 points for Maja Hollowell, 7 points for J.C. Jaggers on 2 two-point field goals and 1 3 for her 7, and 2 points for Kelsey Ford on a 2-pointer late in the first half as she came down the floor. The Lady Tigers are playing very unselfish basketball, and I would say with our 11 field goals, we probably have about 7 or 8 assists on those. The Lady Tigers perfect at the stripe, 4 out of 4. Livingston could only put 4 ladies in the scoring column, led by Haley Stafford with 5 points. 1 2-point field goal. She was 3 out of 6 at the charity stripe for her 5. 4 points each for Tabby Payton and Lauren Ring, both on 2 two-point field goals each. And 2 points for Kara Davidson on 2 out of 2 at the free throw line for the Lady Cardinals. Livingston was 5 out of 11 at the charity stripe. Only 5 field goals in the first half. No 3-point field goals. Committing 7 fouls in the first half. The Lady Tigers committing 10, 3 players with 2 each, but none in what we would consider foul trouble. The Lady Tigers starting out pretty quickly with a lot of turnovers. It was ragged the first couple of minutes, but the Lady Tigers settled down and finished the first half with only 9 turnovers. Conversely, Livingston Central 14 turnovers. And Livingston Central just cannot get up the number of shots that the Lady Tigers are getting up, Dennis, and therefore one of the old adages of basketball, if you can't score, you can't win. And
Yes.
We're seeing a lot of that really represented by the Caldwell County Lady Tiger defensive effort here in the first half.
Well, defensively, Caldwell County swarmed from the opening tip tonight. Something I like too, Bob, is we don't get to chart rebounds because we really just don't have the time to keep up with everything in this ball game. But Caldwell County easily out-rebounding Livingston Central tonight, especially Bella McConnell, who had 3 on 1 possession down here. The effort by McConnell, Jaggers inside really doing a great job. Ford got a couple while she was in the ball game. So Caldwell County out-rebounding, able to get some offensive putbacks tonight. taking care of the ball, only 9 turnovers. 3 of those were walking turnovers in the first, minute and a half of the ball game.
Yes, yes.
So after that, they kind of settled down, got the nerves away, and took care of the basketball.
And the other thing is that in years past, we maybe have relied on possibly 2 people to provide the bulk of the scoring, but one of our leading shooters, Peyton Young, with no points here in the first half, getting her 2 fouls real early in the game and having to sit out all of the second quarter and a lot of the first quarter. So you look for her to come out here and get rolling in the second half. And as I say, we've had 5 people dent the scoring column for the Lady Tigers, and we're getting good effort out of the subs. Maja Hollowell with a couple points, Carson Parker with 1 or 2 rebounds, and nice sterling defensive work inside. So and all around excellent game so far by the Lady Tigers.
Bob, I think you made a point right there that's going to play big as Caldwell County goes on through this season. As these kids, especially these freshmen and sophomores, start to grow a little bit, you've got 5 players in the scoring column. You've got Peyton Young that normally will take some good open shots that had some foul trouble. There's not that one superstar. There's not that 1 or 2 kids that you can go to like a Chandra Litchfield or some of the ones they've had in the past per se. Anybody that's open is putting the shot up, but they really hustle. They block out well. They go for the offensive board, and it's a full team effort now offensively for these Lady Tigers this season.
And I think that's just the most improvement I've seen in the Lady Tigers this year. And we've also mentioned that they're down 2 or 3 basketball players that have opted to concentrate on softball. We could have 3 more super athletes on the floor for the Lady Tigers, but that's not the case. And what we've got are playing well, and we don't have a 20-point score if you shut her down. Other people are only capable of getting 2-3 points, and but we've got 5 or 6 people capable of scoring in double figures.
Absolutely, and leading those, I would say, would be 2 people. You've got Jada Boyd doing a great job, I think, at the point tonight. She's driving right up into the face of that zone defense for Livingston Central, making them come to her, and she's dishing it out to Jaggers and to Young early, and then to Ford on the wing, and she's doing a great job on that. She's getting some runners down the lane when they start anticipating that pass, and she's putting up some points. But also Bella McConnell, with the effort she has and the way she turns, uses the backboard, which you can't preach enough to high school kids to use a backboard, I don't think. She turns, uses that board, goes up, and puts up either a good shot or she's right there trying to get that offensive board.
There's been no weakness that I've seen in our game tonight, except maybe a little bit too many turnovers. But we have the ability to score and score from any position on the floor. Livingston Central will inbound the ball here to start the third quarter. And for the call of the game, Tiger sportscaster Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob, and having a great time setting in for Coach Jacobs tonight. And he'll be back, I'm sure, on the next broadcast. I think the next one coming up a week from tonight here from the Cab building. Livingston Central puts it in play first. They try to work it down into the far corner. Shot up, airballed up. Dudley with the offensive rebound. They get it back out to Stafford. Stafford lets go from 3, no good. And rebound to Goffinette.
And she's rebounded well tonight.
Caldwell County quickly up the floor. It was Boyd over to Jaggers. Jaggers drove the left side, puts it up in the lane, no good, but she'll go to the free throw line for 2. Caldwell County quickly up the floor on that one. Is a rebound, a pass to Boyd, and a pass to Jaggers for the shot. First free throw up, hits the back of the rim, no good. Caldwell County's first miss of the night from the line. Jaggers will get the second shot. This one up and rattles in 30-15 as Caldwell County doubles up Livingston Central on the make. Caldwell County comes with full court pressure. Jaggers goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Now she's going to have to hustle back against Ring. Catches her, puts it back out front. Ring goes to Stafford. Stafford tries to drive on Boyd, puts it over to Tolley. Tolley with a shot off the side of the rim, no good. Battle underneath was Stafford. Stafford couldn't get a handle on it, throws it back in, but right to Bella McConnell. Over to Boyd. Boyd with a great pass up to Goffinette. Goffinette with a tough angle right down the center of the lane. Off the backboard, no good. And Lady Cardinals come back up. Shot no good, rebounded by Dudley. Dudley tied up by McConnell underneath. Good job by McConnell not to get over aggressive with that and pick up a quick third foul. So the possession arrow is going to give it to the Lady Tigers. Just about a minute gone here in the second half. Caldwell County leads this one 30-15. Let's see if Livingston stays in that zone. And they do not. They come out man-to-man. They played the zone the entire first half. Now Boyd's going to work against Stafford. Offensive foul is going to be called against Goffinet on the moving screen. So the turnover gives it to Livingston Central. Lucy had set a good pick because Boyd rolled off clean from about 14 feet. But Lucy kept the pick moving and was more of a block that Coach Barnes will be proud of than a pick. And she gets called for the foul, but the steal back on the inbounds play goes to Jaggers. Jaggers pops it from about 16 feet, no good. Rebound by Goffinet. Goffinet out to McConnell. McConnell with the shot up, no good. Follows her own rebound. Hits the floor, ball still loose. Coming up with that was Young. Young tries to get it out to Boyd, picked off by Livingston Central. Central now has it to Tolley. Tolley on the left wing, guarded by Peyton Young. Peyton's got to be careful not to get too aggressive. She's also sitting on the floor with 2 fouls. Shot goes to Dudley, no good. Peyton with the shot. This one's going to be no good, but I think Peyton Young has picked up a quick foul again. So it's one of those nights I'm sure Peyton Young would just as soon forget about. 3 fouls so far in the game, and she set out most of the first half. 2 quick fouls in that first quarter. Tabby Payton with the free throw, no good. Young will come out, and Kelsey Ford checks into the ball game. Frustrating night for Peyton Young as she takes the seat. Second shot up for Tabby Payton. This one rattles around, no good. Rebound, Bella McConnell with nice position. McConnell gets it up to Boyd. Boyd brings it across midcourt, and she'll look things over. Man-to-man defense, as we said, by Livingston to start this second half. Good pass down to Jaggers. Jaggers up and in from the left baseline. Good backdoor cut by J.C. Jaggers, and Caldwell County has their biggest lead of the night at 17, 32-15. Stafford with the shot from the three-point line, no good. McConnell chases the rebound down in the corner, gets it back to Boyd. Boyd drives the lane, nice step over move, running one-hander up, no good. McConnell and Boyd battled for the rebound. Fortunately, goes off a Livingston Central player, and it'll stay Lady Tiger ball.
Caldwell County's last basket was another assist by Jada Boyd into J.C. Jaggers. And now what do we have?
I don't think I've seen that, at least maybe not very often. Referee handed the ball to Jaggers, took it back, decided to start it again. And Livingston Central gets the steal on the inbounds play, but on the pass out of the double team after the steal, throws it on the baseline. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Lady Tiger ball.
1 turnover for the Lady Tigers, 1 turnover for the Lady Cardinals.
And we're right back where we started from with Jaggers taking it out. Puts the lob back, tipped away by Central. That's Ring with the steal, goes up. Shot up at no good, but Boyd fouled her, trying to get back in a hurry.
Jada's going to make her earn these 2 points from the free throw line.
Jada Boyd with her second foul sends Lauren Ring to the line. First shot up and no good. So the foul saved at least 1 point at this point. Second shot up by Ring is in. 32-16 Caldwell County. Boyd will walk it up the court under no pressure. Livingston set to pick up at about the volleyball stripe on the midcourt. She gets it over to Jaggers. Jaggers looks underneath. Nice cut by Kelsey Ford. Ford double teamed. And the steal by Livingston Central in the lane. Stafford picks it up. Passes it, gets her dribble back. Now she's covered by Boyd. Dudley has it now in the corner, deflected by McConnell. Stafford with a long three, barely grazes the rim, but Livingston picks up the rebound, and again with the rebound, Caldwell County with a very poor job of blocking anybody out on that one as Lauren Ring gets the easy rebound right under the goal, up and in. 32-18 Lady Tigers. Probably the one hiccup of any defensive possession tonight, Bob, for the Lady Tigers, as Livingston had a couple of easy rebounds. Ford launches from the left wing, three-point line, no good. It's going to go out of bounds off of Boyd, and Hollowell will come into the game for Ford. Caldwell County is going to bring full court pressure. Hollowell will be on the inbounds. Livingston, bad pass picked up by Jada Boyd. Jada put the runner up in the lane, gets her own rebound. This one up and no good again. Livingston comes up with the rebound underneath to Stafford. Stafford will bring it up against Goffinette. Puts it over to number 4, Tabby Payton. Payton put the shot up. Caldwell County is going to be called for the foul. And I didn't see who that went on, Bob. It's still going to be on Bella McConnell. That's her third. 4:15 left in the third quarter. Caldwell County leads by 14.
Apparently, Bella got her before the shot because they're inbounding from underneath the Livingston basket.
Lady Cardinals will take it out. Caldwell County tries to keep them from getting it into Payton. They do get it in, but she goes right back out and now dumps it back into Payton. Payton against Goffinette with the left-handed hook, no good. Battle underneath for the ball. I don't know how Caldwell County is going to get called with that foul, but it looks like it's going to be Carson Parker. And I thought Carson had pretty decent position on that one, Bob, but Livingston went to the floor.
She did, but she kept backing up. Took her lady to the floor.
Shot up by Payton is good. So Carson Parker has 3 fouls. Checking in for her will be Morgan McDaniels. And Carson's going to go to the bench and sit down by Peyton Young and say, man, this is a frustrating ball game tonight, because both of those kids have had some great effort, but a lot of fouls in very little time. Second shot up by Peyton is good. And the lead cut down to 12 with 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Livingston's found a little more success with this man-to-man defense against the Lady Tigers. Goffinette, top of the key, gets it over to Boyd on the left wing. Back out to McDaniels, top of the key. Over to Goffinette, right wing. Shot up, no good. This one will be chased down by Jaggers near half court. And Coach Thomas wants to talk about this one and make sure the Lady Tigers know what the plan is against this man-to-man defense. So timeout on the floor with 3:44 left to go in the third quarter. Caldwell County leads this one 32-20. We'll take 30 seconds. This is Lady Tiger basketball on 103.3 The Tiger.
Prearranged funeral planning gives you real peace of mind. At Morgan's Funeral Home, we can help you plan your final arrangements in advance and make your wishes known. We'll assist you in making the choices and selections that reflect your wishes and help you put them in writing so there will be no doubt. Morgan's Funeral Home, serving families for over 100 years.
And welcome back to the Cab. Livingston, or Caldwell County, to inbound the ball. And for the call, Tiger sportscaster Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Caldwell County gets it in play over to Boyd. Boyd tries to drive the lane, has it knocked loose. Battle on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession is going to go to, let's see, who do they have it to? Going to go to Livingston Central on the alternate possession. Bob, Caldwell County had their biggest lead of the night at 32-15, a 5-0 run by Livingston Central here midway of the third quarter as this one back down to 12. Central gets it in play. They dump it in free throw line high. Now back to Stafford. Stafford drives the lane. Shot up, no good, but it's going to be another foul against the Lady Tigers.
This will be the Lady Tigers' 6th foul of the third quarter.
This one's going to go on Lucy Goffin. No, it's going to go on Jada Boyd.
Jada's third.
First shot up off the front of the rim, no good. Livingston Central, fortunately, not making their free throws at a very good clip tonight, or this would be a much closer ball game.
10 misses so far tonight, make it 11.
And Caldwell County with the rebound as Jaggers gets it out to Boyd. Boyd puts the crossover on Stafford. Now pulls up, she's stuck, needs somebody to come help. Jaggers does. Jaggers drives the lane, nice job. J.C. Jaggers up and in, easy layup Lane parted like the Red Sea for J.C. Jaggers. She took advantage, and the lead back out now to 14. Dudley loses the ball, then trips J.C. Jaggers as Jaggers made the steal. And it'll be a foul against Livingston Central's Dudley.
Not only a foul, but a turnover by Livingston Central on that possession.
And Jada Boyd will bring it up the court for the Lady Tigers. Coach Thomas gave some instruction. Lady Tigers faced zone the entire first half, man-to-man this half, and it's caused them a little bit of trouble, Bob, trying to penetrate this man-to-man. Jaggers gets a nice pick, but a block in the back by Goffinette. I was going to say the pick by Jaggers was pretty good, but Lucy came over and laid a pretty good forearm into the back. She's going to pick up her third foul.
Lucy likes to run over people.
She had looked like a little soccer physicality out there.
She couldn't stop and just plowed right into her.
And the turnover gives it back to Livingston. They dump it underneath to Dudley, and Dudley up and in for Livingston Central. Lead back down to 12. 2:20 left in the third quarter. Caldwell County sets it up in a box to start out, gets it over to Jaggers. Jaggers thought about driving the baseline, puts it back out to Goffinette. Goffinette over to Boyd. Boyd has it knocked away and stolen. And on the steal, Stafford is fouled, I think, by Goffinette again. And Lucy picks up her fourth.
Did they get Lucy or did they get Jada?
I thought they got, they did get Jada with her fourth. I thought it was Lucy that they called. It is Jada. So a tough call there against the Lady Tigers as Hollowell and McConnell check back in.
We're getting a little sloppy with the basketball, Dennis, here in the third quarter.
Yeah, this man-to-man defense by Livingston really caused the Lady Tigers a little bit of trouble. Stafford's going to go to the line for the Lady Cardinals. First shot up and in. Lady Cardinals looking to pull within 10 for the first time in a while. Second shot up off the front of the rim, no good, rebounded by Hollowell. Hollowell gets it over to Jaggers. Jaggers has an open lane to the bucket, puts it up and no good, but she'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. You can see that one coming as everybody trying to get back on defense kind of went to the middle of the lane, turned around, and there's JC just driving the right side.
Foul was on Lauren Ring, her second. JC shooting 2.
First one up and in for Jaggers. Lead back out to 12. Kelsey Ford in the ball game also for the Lady Tigers. Second shot no good. Livingston brings it baseline. Puts it back out to Dudley at the elbow. Cross court. Left-handed shot up and no good. Rebound to Payton, no good. Rebound back to Payton. Looks underneath for Ring. Ring has it up and in for Livingston Central. Minute and a half left. Caldwell County leads by 10. Little jump stop jumper by Jaggers is blocked. Rebound goes to Ring. Ring loses it, comes right into the hands of Payton. Payton gets it over to Stafford. Stafford wants to drive, cut off by Jaggers. Works it back out to Payton. Payton now back to Stafford, guarded by Jaggers. They get it into Payton. Payton moves on Hollowell, no good. Rebound by Bella McConnell. Coach Thomas wanting the girls to slow this one up and maybe get the last shot. Let's see if they hold it for the last shot if Livingston doesn't come out with the pressure. Jaggers has it. She's going to work it in a little bit, goes behind the back, brings it back out, gets it over to Ford. Ford's going to stand here with it. Now she's going to come out. The count is put on by Dudley. Gets it over to Jaggers. Jaggers top of the key, gets it over to Hollowell. Hollowell has it stolen away by Stafford, and Stafford quickly fouled. Bobby, you could see Caldwell County just kept coming out a little bit closer to the mid-court line, and eventually it tied them up. They turned the ball over, and on the turnover, I think it was a foul by Jaggers, just her second of the night. But Livingston will try to cut this down to single digits as we have 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot up, no good. Nice rebound by Bella McConnell. We've said that a ton of times tonight.
And what we don't want to do is take the air out of the ball, because that resulted in a turnover the last trip down the floor.
Jagger's going to dribble this one around. Caldwell County looking maybe to go for the last shot. Jada Boyd not in the ball game. She's out with 4 fouls right now. They get it down to Hollowell. Hollowell loses her traction on the baseline, travels, and with 5.5 seconds, Livingston will get one last shot if they can get it up the court. Stafford brings it up, throws it underneath, and they're going to wave that one off. Payton put the shot up near the buzzer, but it was after the buzzer had sounded. So after 3 quarters of play, Caldwell County still with the lead, cut down to 10. It's 35-25 after 3 quarters. We'll take a 30-second break and be back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on WPKY.
Pre-arranged funeral planning gives you real peace of mind. At Morgan's Funeral Home, we can help you plan your final arrangements in advance and make your wishes known. We'll assist you in making the choices and selections that reflect your wishes and help you put them in writing so there will be no doubt. Morgan's Funeral Home, serving families for over 100 years.
And welcome back to the Cab. We've 1 quarter remaining to be played here tonight. Caldwell County up by 10 at the end of 3, 35-25. Kind of a lackluster quarter for the Lady Tigers with 9 turnovers in the third quarter, only scoring 6 points, outscored by Livingston 10-6. Lady Tigers will inbound the ball, and here for the fourth quarter call is Tiger sportscaster Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. That man-to-man defense that Livingston Central went to in that third quarter really caused the Lady Tigers some trouble. Only 6 points in the quarter as they'll take a 10-point lead here in the fourth. Pass goes over to Peyton Young, and Peyton is fouled as she tried to drive the left baseline. So the Lady Tigers will take it out of bounds. Young, Carson Parker in the ball game, along with Goffinette, Jaggers. Goffinette with the shot up and good. 2-point shot, deep 2 for Goffinette. And the lead back out to 12 as Caldwell County comes with some pressure. A 1-2-2 trap for Caldwell County. Now they go man-to-man. Goffinette on Payton. Payton stopped at the 3-point line, gets it over to Stafford, back to Payton. Payton with the 3-point shot up and no good. Long rebound comes all the way back out to Payton at midcourt. She gets it over to Stafford. Stafford guarded by Parker. Now they take it inside. Ball loose, shot up by Livingston Central. That was number 5, Ring, up and in. Central had a player down. Stafford just now getting back up. And Jaggers will drive. She'll pull it back out, take it over to McConnell. McConnell with the shot up, no good. Livingston Central with the rebound, now tied up by Peyton Young. Peyton and Tolley, Josie Tolley for Livingston Central. Crowd getting into the game on the far side as J.C. Jaggers made a great move, made her defensive player fall down as she pulled it back out. Good job by Caldwell County on the inbounds. Got to get a deflection, and jump ball tied up by Jaggers is going to give the ball to the Lady Tigers.
Livingston with only 5 turnovers here in the second half has helped their calls and coming back.
Inbounds goes to Bella McConnell. Bella quickly up with the shot, no good, but she'll go to the line for 2. Yeah, Livingston had a bushel basket of turnovers in that first half, calmed it down in that second. First shot by McConnell off the back of the rim, no good.
So far in the game, Livingston's 9 out of 22 at the free throw line, Dennis. So if they'd been shooting hotter, this would really be a ball game.
They could theoretically have the lead right now. Second shot by McConnell again off the back of the rim, no good. Looks like that was off Payton, and it was. She knocked it out of the hands of Goffinet, so it'll stay Lady Tiger ball as Peyton Young will inbounds. She gets it into Jaggers. Jaggers out to Goffinet. Back over to Peyton Young. Goffinet at the point in the absence of Jada Boyd. Now they get it out to Jaggers. Jaggers to Goffinet. Goffinet on the line. Shot up. Bounce it around a couple of times. No good. Rebound by Dudley for Livingston Central. And the Lady Cardinals bring it up. Ring on the drive. Puts a shot up. No good. And it's going to be a blocking foul. Late call against Bella McConnell. I can't say the call wasn't right. The call was right. Bella did put the block on, but it was a very late call.
Bella picked up her 4th foul.
So a couple of Lady Tigers I know of with 4, Bella and Jada Boyd. Ring with the shot up and in for Livingston Central. Lead down to single digits now as McConnell is going to come out and Kelsey Ford checks into the ball game. See if Caldwell County can survive 6.5 minutes or so with the players that they have without fouling out. Second shot up, off the rim, no good. Nice rebound by Lucy Goffinet. Nice position. She gets it up to Jaggers. Jaggers brings it across midcourt. Now she'll go to the point, top of the key, drive the right wing, turns it back into the lane, gets it over to Ford. Ford's going to drive it into the lane. One-handed shot up off the front of the rim, no good, and rebound to Payton of Livingston Central. Payton dumps it off Stafford. Stafford with the 3. And it hits the baseline. Only thing it hit was net, but the outside of the net. So you can say nothing but net, but still no points out of that one as Caldwell County will take possession. Forward out of the ball game as Jada Boyd comes back in. Jada's got to be very careful, Bob, toting 4 fouls. Still almost 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Jaggers over to Boyd. Boyd on the right wing. She's going to circle around. Gets it over to Jaggers. Jaggers with a pretty nice move, wrapped it around her own player. Running one-hander by Young. Young with her first points of the night. And Caldwell County's lead out to 11 at 39-28 with 5.5 left to go. Jada Boyd defensively on Stafford. They try to feed it down. Boyd with the steal. And Boyd, nobody around. She'll take this one up and in. Good job by Jada Boyd. Instant offense by Jada as she comes up with a steal. 5:12 left to go now. 41-28. Caldwell County back out by 13. Timeout on the floor, Bob. We'll keep this one right here and talk about the importance, obviously, of a player like Jada Boyd.
Obviously, she's in the game. We immediately score 2 baskets. Jada getting the last one on a steal and a full-court layup, and then she was responsible for the other basket which we had by just being in the right place at the right time, giving the ball off to Peyton Young, who had a nice little floating one-hander in the lane that went in. I'm glad to see Peyton get untracked a little bit tonight with her first basket. So it's we've got kids that can play and we've got kids that can make shots, but we have to have Jada in there for most of the game to have some control. JC has not had her strongest game so far tonight, but played well and has done some things. She's close to double figures, in double figures right now. But Jada, it's crucial that she stay in the game for the next 3 minutes here.
Yeah, she's going to have to play really smart. 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes to go in the ball game, and Boyd playing with 4 fouls as Livingston will inbound it. They're going to come against some full court pressure against Caldwell County. Ring gets it over to Stafford. Stafford guarded by Carson Parker. They dump it down to Payton. Payton easily drives the lane up and in. Payton had good position inside, and she used it to put that one in on the right side of the rim. 41-30. The Lady Tigers with the 11-point lead. Jaggers at the point, drives it into the lane, puts a shot up, rolls off, tries to go for her own rebound, and they're going to call that one off of Dudley, so Caldwell County will retain possession. Young, Jaggers, Goffinet, Boyd, and Parker in the ball game right now for Caldwell County. Livingston Central unsure whether they're going zone or whether they're going man-to-man. I think about half the team, Bob, was playing man-to-man. 2 of them were, and 3 of them were playing zone. Right now, it's back to a zone for Livingston Central. Now they're going to dump back into a man-to-man. Their success tonight has been with the man-to-man. Caldwell County held a comfortable halftime lead playing against, as far as I know, just all zone in the first half. Boyd goes up with a little runner. It's good. She comes down with a little bit of a limp. May have landed on somebody's foot. Stafford drives on Parker, puts it over into the corner. Nice block by Peyton Young. And Parker had the ball, but standing on the baseline. It's Kara Davidson is the player that Peyton Young blocked. Lady Cardinals will take it out underneath their own bucket. 3:53. Davidson with the inbound shot up and good. She's going to be fouled by Jaggers. So Davidson will go to the line. I think she was good on both of her attempts in the first half, if I remember right.
She was.
This one's up and draws no iron at all. Air ball on the free throw. I don't know if that's a reverse jinx or what we did to her there, because she looked really good on the 2 shots in the first half. Nothing on that one. 43-32 Lady Tigers.
I think they should have gotten the second shot, because Caldwell County has over 10 fouls this half.
Oh well, they counted the bucket on Kara, so okay, she was going for the 3-point play. Jaggers at the point, trying to take a little bit of pressure away from Boyd. She'll dribble around, gets a pick from Goffinette. Now she's going to circle back to the right wing, dumps it off to Young. Young thought about pulling up at the top of the key, decides instead to get it over to Boyd. Boyd gets it over to Goffinette. Goffinette had an opening, pulls it back down. Caldwell County is going to run a little bit of a weave here. Gets it over to Jaggers. Jaggers bumped out at the free throw line, and she will go, just 5 fouls on Livingston Central. So 6 fouls. Next time she will go to the free throw line. Right now, Caldwell County is going to take it out as Peyton Young has it looking for somebody open, wants somebody to cut the lane. And the turnover, I think she stepped on the line trying to inbound it.
I think it was kicked, and they're going to by Livingston, and we'll retain possession.
Okay, kicked by number 5, Lauren Ring.
But we were lucky on that it wasn't intercepted.
And we're getting really close to a 5-second call.
Yes.
Lob up to nobody in particular, but Caldwell County is going to come out with it as Boyd's going to pull it out. She's guarded by Davidson. Davidson comes out now. Jada's going to take it to the right side, puts a spin move, comes back free throw line over to Young. Young with a one-hander up and in. Second bucket of the second half for Peyton Young. And the lead back out to 13 for the Lady Tigers with 2:42 left in the ball game. Good defense by Carson Parker on Stafford. Shot by Livingston Central from almost outside the three-point line is no good. Battle for the loose ball on the rebound is going to go to Livingston Central as Jaggers was laying on the sideline, unable to come up with it. Bella McConnell with 4 fouls set to check back into the ball game for the final 2:30. And good minutes by Carson Parker here in the fourth quarter.
Excellent play by Carson.
Bob Carson's one that impressed me really against Christian County. She did some good things against that Christian County zone. Tough zone a few weeks ago. Shot by Livingston, no good. Davidson had position, but not good enough as she went over Peyton Young. It's going to be a foul on Davidson, and Young will come down for the 1-and-1 for Caldwell County. Peyton, the lone junior on the squad this year, Bob. That's one that the team really has to look for some leadership this year is Peyton Young. First shot up and no good. Rebounded by Livingston Central. They dump it down to Dudley inside. She's double teamed, looks for some help, gets it back out to Stafford. Stafford into the corner to Ring. Ring with a shot, no good. But the foul is going to be on Peyton Young on the shot. Or did they call that on?
I think it's on Peyton. I've already marked Peyton's number down. It's
going to be 2 shots for Ring. Peyton did pick up the foul. Shot is up and good for Lauren Ring. Caldwell County's held a comfortable lead, Bob. It was a little bit bigger at halftime. They trimmed it down to 10 after 3 quarters. Second shot up and good now at 11 with 2:10 left in the ball game. Jaggers at the point. Gets it over to Boyd. Boyd looks at it from the right wing. She's going to come back middle of the lane. Gets it over to Jaggers. Jaggers with the crossover going back to the lane. Gets it over to Young. Young drives the lane, puts a shot up. No good. And rebound by McConnell. She's going to be tied up underneath. Jump ball and the possession arrow will give it to Livingston Central. Bella McConnell, she's in double-digit scoring, right?
Bella, no, still only 8.
Still only 8.
All 8 in first.
Because I started to say she's got a sure double-double because she's got at least 10 rebounds tonight. Shot up in the lane by Lauren Ring. Trims it down to 9 with a minute and a half left. And Caldwell County will bring it up with Jaggers at the point. Livingston brings Stafford out to pick up Jaggers at the midcourt stripe. Gets it over to Young. Young right wing. Jump stop in the lane. And Coach Thomas is going to call a timeout. This is a full timeout, so we'll take a break too. With a minute 20 left in this one, Caldwell County leads by 9. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Lady Tiger basketball on 103.3 The Tiger.
New car buyers, listen up. We need to move our new car and truck inventory fast, and we need your trade. At Tri-Fuse Incorporated, we know the dollar is tight, but there's never been a better time to buy a new vehicle. With fantastic rebates, low rates, awesome trade allowance, and 7 American car lines to choose from, Tri-Fuse Incorporated is sure to fit you with the perfect vehicle at a price that's pleasing. And as always, if we don't have what you want on our lot, we'll find it for you. Don't go out of town for a good deal. Stay in town for a great deal. Tri-Fuse Incorporated, where your trade is worth more.
1 minute 20 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Caldwell County leading 45-36 and in possession of the basketball. I don't know that we can light up the cigar yet, Dennis, but I like a 9-point lead with a minute 20 to go.
Yeah, I like our chances right now, but Coach Thomas is using this as a teaching moment because we had lead, I think it was against Lyon County, kind of let that one slip away. So she wants these kids to learn what to do in this position, not to get panicked. They still got a 3-possession lead right now with a minute 20, so they're in good shape as they take the ball out. Nice inbounds play. Jaggers wide open on the left side of the rim, up and in. And Caldwell County's lead back out to 11. Livingston quickly down the lane. Picked off by Boyd. Boyd's going to take it the other way. Let's see if she'll pull it out. She's going to jump stop from 10, up and in. Nice shot by Jada Boyd. And that should just about seal it up for Caldwell County as we are under a minute. 49-36 Lady Tigers. Down low to Payton. Payton double team, tries to get it over to Dudley. Goes off her hands over to Davidson. Davidson out to Stafford. Stafford gets it to Ring. Ring drives the lane up from about 8 feet. No good. Rebound to Stafford. Stafford up. No good. And the rebound comes down to Boyd. Boyd up ahead to Goffinette. Too far for Lucy. She's able to save it in. But the whistle blows. And it's going to be an injury as they stop the clock. I think Stafford may have twisted her left ankle already with a brace on that ankle, so they'll take her to the bench and check on her. Coming in for her is number 22, Gracie Downey. 28 seconds left in the ball game, and Caldwell County up by 13. You go ahead and fire that cigar up now, Bob. I think it's safe at this point as Payton comes up against Goffinette, top of the key, gets it over to the wing. They try to go back inside to Payton. No good. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Lady Cardinal ball.
Is there such a thing as a 13-point play, Dennis?
I think we're getting fairly safe. 14 seconds left, up and in on the inbounds play by number 4, Tabby Payton. And Caldwell County will walk this one up 49-38, and they'll take this one away. And they'll move to 3-2 on the season. And Livingston Central will fall to 4-4. So a big win tonight for the Lady Tigers as they win this one 49-38 over Livingston Central. Nice job by the Lady Tigers tonight. We'll be back with the game stats And hopefully a talk with Coach Thomas coming up. We'll take a 3-minute break and be right back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on WPKY.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric plant board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric plant board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric plant board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Planters Bank, located at 208 North Jefferson Street, is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hello, my name is Charlotte Cummings, and I am a certified enrollment specialist at Community Medical Clinic. Open enrollment is here and running through December 15th. Are you unsure of what is available to you? Overwhelmed by the process? Finding the right plan can be very difficult, but I am here to help. Please give me, Charlotte Cummings, a call at 270-365-0227. I can help guide you through step-by-step, making sure you get the best possible plan and the healthcare you need. Remember, the sign-up window is short this year, so call now. Community Medical Clinic, partnering with you for all your health care.
Great news. Any size ice cold and refreshing soft drinks are still just $1 at McDonald's every day. That's the news. Now the weather. Soft drink lovers at McDonald's report enjoying ice cold deliciousness. Also reported, chance of refreshment, 100%. Get any size soft drink for just $1, only at McDonald's. A la carte only, limited time offer at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Caldwell Medical Center Sleep Lab offers diagnosis for a variety of sleep problems, including sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans have significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. A few symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headaches, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, high blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat them before they cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
And welcome back to the cab. Caldwell County Lady Tigers improved to 3-2 on the season with a big win over former district foe Livingston Central. Lady Tigers win this one 49-38. Bob's totaling up the stats as Coach Thomas heads this way. And we'll get a chance to talk with Melissa here for just a little bit, Bob.
Let's go ahead and do the interview, and then we'll figure, we'll get the stats later.
All right. And Coach Thomas gets suited up here in the broadcast box. Coach, good game tonight.
Thank you. We're getting better. We're getting better. I loved our intensity, especially in the first half. We played hard. We lost our wind a little bit there in the third quarter. Had some trouble putting the ball in the basket for a while, and then went on a little run. But I'm really proud of the way my kids played tonight. We came out. The Patton kid's a really good player, one of the best players in the region, and thought we did a good job on her in the first half.
I thought you came out tonight from the opening tip. The defense was great. I think you forced 14 or so turnovers in the first half. The defense was really good all night, especially in that first half, as you really limited Livingston Central to most of the time just one possession.
We did, and defensive intensity and pressure. We wanted to put a lot of pressure on the ball and make them have to pass around us a little bit, and we caused them to turn the ball over. And my kids just played hard tonight, and when you play hard, good things happen. And we were able to get out to that lead in the first half, and we were able to hold on to it.
One thing that Bob and I talked about at halftime is how the scoring was spread out. This year, you don't have that 20-point player that you're looking to dump into, and the players, I think they don't get in the habit of watching and seeing what that one player does. This team really looks around. You've got Jada that drives the lane real well, looks the floor over, and Bella McConnell, man, there was one possession. She got 3 rebounds on one possession that kid has hustled the whole time she's on the floor. So those kids really came in, looked good offensively tonight, spreading the scoring out.
Well, we're just getting better in our team's concepts. We're getting better and better at being able to run our offenses and get where we need to be and find the open person. We were able to feed Bella in the post tonight when she was open, and she's a workhorse. Bella sets the tone for everybody else. She battles in there. And she's probably about 5'2", and I think she's listed at 5'8", because I'm not sure what she is, but I know she's at least 4 inches shorter than what she's listed in the program. But it's because she plays so big, and she's able to get in there and beat and bang, and we got to find a way to keep her out of foul trouble. Once again tonight we got in foul trouble and that hurt us. We got to be able to defend without foul, and all those fouls we made them, we committed them. So we've got to be able to move our feet better and defend without fouling so our kids can stay in the game.
That's the next point I was going to bring up, and I'm glad you went ahead and got into it a little bit. Some early fouls on Peyton Young tonight, some early fouls on Carson Parker. And with a short bench like you have this year, that could be a situation that could prove pivotal on a lot of close games this season.
It absolutely could, and it has. It hurt us in the first game of the season really bad. So we've got to just be disciplined to start the game. But you can't fault kids for wanting to go out and be aggressive and wanting to play hard. Those fouls don't bother me as much as the late in the game fouls where we're tired and we get fouls because we're not moving our feet, or we get fouls because we get beat, and we're trying to recover. Those kinds of the fouls are fouls that we need to concentrate and focus on and eliminate.
Tell us a little something about how this team grew tonight, because in the first half they played against primarily a zone defense. Jada really came down, forced the two kids out front of that zone to collapse on her. She was able to dish the ball. Bella had a big first half. But then that second half, Livingston came out, put a man-to-man on us, and limited us to 6 points in the third quarter.
Absolutely, and that was a little bit surprising. I think part of that is because all we've seen all year long is a 2-3 zone. We've seen a lot of that every game we've played, and so I think we're getting comfortable in the 2-3 zone. Even though we work on our man-to-man offenses every single day in practice, it just we didn't have a lot of flow in our offense, and we're out setting illegal screens, getting too aggressive in our pick and roll offense. So we just got to learn to tone that back a little bit and be more patient in our man-to-man offense and take what's given to us. We don't do a very good job of hitting our cutters. We have wide open people underneath the basket and we're not getting the ball there. So we just got to bear down and work on those things in practice and get better, because this weekend we're playing UHA and Paducah Tillman. We're going to see some more man-to-man. We're going to get pressured, and we got to be able to handle it.
Well, tell us something about it after they weathered the storm a little bit in that third quarter after the 6 point showing, but they held on and they looked a lot more calm than they did against Lyon County just a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
They were able to hold the lead. How much have they grown in that short amount of time?
We're a completely different team than you saw that first game, and that's what you want to see in a young team. I feel like we've gotten better every time we've stepped out on the floor, and that's one of our goals, and that'll be our goal through the end of February. And if we can continue to do that, we're going to be a pretty good basketball team. You're looking at kids out there who, the ones who have varsity experience didn't have the experience in the role that they're playing with us. And there's a lot of growing pains that we're going to have to go through. And, even as this game went on, I felt like we were back on our heels and we were playing to not lose instead of playing to win. And so we got to learn to play to win. And just to continue being aggressive defensively and playing smart basketball. We're still learning the game. We got babes out there, and they're learning the game, and it's going to come. It's just we got to be patient, and being able to get wins is big for this young team.
One thing, and I'll close with this, as we look down into a couple of huddles tonight, when the game started pulling back a little bit tighter, I think they drew back within 9 at one point. I still see you down in the huddle during a timeout, and these kids are smiling at you. I've looked back in the past, and they're getting a little sterner lesson. What's the big difference in this team and some of the teams you've had in the past about their enthusiasm?
Well, this team, they love basketball. They love basketball as much as I do, and so it's fun. They're a fun group to coach. They want to learn. They want to listen. I don't have to worry about who's listening in my huddle because they all are. They're all listening. They want to learn, and it's just a fun group to be around. They work so hard, and it's just it's a different. Every group's different, but this is a group that I think you're really going to see continue to grow and develop and be a pretty good basketball team before it's over with.
I know they're fun to watch, and we appreciate you coming up with us tonight after the big win. We congratulate you on that one. A busy weekend coming up, as you said, UHA and Tillman, so the competition doesn't get any easier as we go along.
It doesn't, and I'm going to give them tomorrow off because we'll have 2 days of practice to prepare for UHA on Friday and Paducah Tillman on Saturday, and we turn right around and play Monday. So that's a lot of good hard basketball back to back to back. So with a young team and with small numbers, you know, you got to conserve your energy and your legs. So you know, we're gonna take tomorrow off, and then we'll come in and bust it hard on Wednesday and Thursday to prepare for this weekend.
We wish you the best, and keep improving as the season goes along. That's Coach Melissa Thomas here with us after Caldwell County wins this one tonight, 49-38. And we'll take a quick break and be back with the stats, so stay tuned for that. Bob will be back in 30 seconds. This is Lady Tiger Basketball on WPKY.
Mobile Deposit is here. This is Mona Van Hooser with First Southern National Bank, and our new mobile app is loaded with extra features, including mobile deposit. Now you can use your smartphone's camera to deposit checks on the go. Just endorse, point, click, and send. Download our new mobile app and try it today. First Southern National Bank. Member FDIC.
And welcome back here to the CAB building. Dennis Stevens with just completion of his interview with Coach Thomas. And we'll go over the stats right now for the ball game. Caldwell County was outscored 10-6 in the third quarter, but turned around and outscored the Lady Cardinals 14-13 in the second half. The Lady Cardinals winning the second half 23-20. Caldwell County sort of fell back into a little pattern of where they weren't as productive as they were in the first quarter. Caldwell County with 10 turnovers in the second half to only 7 for Livingston Central. Leading the Tigers tonight in scoring was J.C. Jagger, 7 points in the first half, 8 in the second half for her total of 15. And I said she was the leading scorer. She was not. Jada Boyd with 16 points lead the Tigers tonight. 10 points first half, 6 in the second half for her 16. As I mentioned, J.C. with 15. And then it drops down to 8 points for Bella. Her points coming in the first half. But with several rebounds in the game, Bella's presence is always felt inside on the offensive and defensive boards. 4 points for Peyton Young on 2 field goals in the second half. 2 points each for Lucy Goffman, hers coming in the second half. 2 points for Marja Hollowell, hers coming in the first half. And 2 points for Kelsey Ford, her points coming right at the end of the first half. Caldwell County total of 20 points in the second half, total of 49 for the game. For Livingston, only 5 people dent the scoring column for Livingston. Lauren Ring with 16 points, 4 in the first half, 12 in the second half. Tabby Payton, 4 in the first half, 6 in the second half for 10. Those two ladies combined for 26 of the Lady Cardinals, 38 points. 6 points for Haley Stafford, 5 in the first half, 1 in the second half. 4 points for Kira Davidson, and 2 points for Peyton Dudley on a field goal in the second half. Livingston could have made this game a lot closer had they been able to convert at the free throw line. 12 out of 27 tonight, and their big three, their 3 main scorers, Tabby Payton, 2 out of 7, missing her first 5, hitting her last 2, and Lauren Ring, 4 out of 6. Haley Stafford going to the line 11 times, only connecting 4 times. So those misses were huge and critical in certain points of this game, especially in the second half when Livingston went from their zone defense to a man-to-man and picked up the steam, and the Lady Tigers had a little bit of a problem about trying to work free, get open shots, and as we mentioned, turn the ball over several times in the second half because of the pressure by Livingston Central. So, but all in all, Dennis, a good win for the Lady Tigers.
I think it was a great win for the Lady Tigers tonight. And Bob, you talked about those free throws. You'll see that on just about any game that we've done over the last 3 years or so since we got back into this. The losing team usually in high school basketball misses enough free throws to at least pull it back close or won the ball game. So free throws are one of the most basic fundamental things you can do. Could have played a huge role tonight. But the Lady Tigers tonight, Coach Thomas, I think she was pleased with the defensive effort. She was pleased with the hustle. She was pleased with just about everything except it starting to slip away and lose a little bit of composure in that second half. But then they rebounded, brought it back out, battled through some foul trouble and able to pull off a big win. And they're setting at 3-2 on the season with probably the youngest team in the region.
I would have to think that we are the youngest team in the region. One senior, one junior, and the rest of them are sophomores, freshmen, and I'm not sure, but I think eventually we'll pull up an 8th grader or two off of this team to round out our staff. But you can't take away the 3 victories the Lady Tigers have, 2 defeats. I think we have a chance to maybe beat Tillman this year. I think they're down. UHA is always pretty strong, so that'll be a good ball game. And then we come back next Monday night and play again in here, but we play Fort Campbell, which should be an easier game for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, that's a game. They just beat Fort Campbell 80-10 just a game ago. So we wish the best for Fort Campbell. Hope things can turn around for them a little bit, but it's going to be a long season on base, I think, for the Lady Falcons this season. So, Bob, any closing comments tonight after this big 49-38 win?
It's always good to see our home team win, especially on their home floor, and the effort that they put out tonight justifies that win and justifies the fact that if you play hard and get better, good things will happen. I still love the fact that we have 5 or 6 young ladies that will shoot the ball when they have that opportunity, and again, that's all you can ask. If we can get up enough shots, we'll score enough points for the most part.
Especially when you've got the likes of Bella McConnell, J.C. Jaggers rebounding like they did tonight. Carson Parker, you got to throw her in. She played some very good minutes. Kelsey Ford with some rebounds tonight. So, yeah, put the ball up and let those kids get your misses, go back up, maybe go to the foul line a little bit. But I think all in all, just to be 4 games into the season, I think you're seeing such improvement that it's almost amazing just 4 games into the season, the difference between the team that played Lyon County and the team that played tonight against Livingston Central.
Much different game, and you can tell the improvement that we've made. I thought we shot the ball in that Lyon County game. I thought we had 4, 5, 6 players that were willing to shoot the ball, but we just made too many mistakes, only getting 2 points in the 4th quarter in that game on our home floor. And but we have improved, no doubt about that.
And something these girls are going to learn. Coach Thomas said they took a step tonight, but got to a point where they were kind of again playing not to lose when they got that lead instead of playing to win the ball game. A huge difference in that. And these girls, although young, I think they'll learn a lot towards that by the end of the season.
And they're growing and learning the game as well. And if it's a fun game for them, then practice is going to be fun for them. And if practice is fun, you're going to learn from practice and take your practice game to the court when it comes time to play an opponent.
Well, a big win here tonight for Caldwell County as the Lady Tigers move to 3-2 on the season, 49-38 over Livingston Central. That's going to do it for us tonight. We'll be back on the air again next Monday night with the basketball coverage. Coach Jacobs will be back with Bob Hayes next week, and I've had a great time tonight sitting in with you guys. I appreciate the chance to do that tonight. Again, the final here, 49-38. Caldwell County beats Livingston Central. Until next Monday night, for Bob Hayes and Ty Englebright, I'm Dennis Stevens. Have a good night, everybody.